Hello everyone, and welcome back to CineView. For this episode, we'll be taking a look at the biographic drama, Chevalier, based on the life and career of Chevalier de Saint Georges, a Caribbean-born French composer and legendary musician. The movie stars Kelvin Harrison Jr., Samara Weaving, Lucy Boynton, Martin Kasokis, Alex Fritzallen, and Oscar and Emmy nominee, Minnie Driver. The movie begins with a violin duel between Chevalier and the legendary Mozart. Chevalier got the crowd pleased with his performance, which made Mozart jealous. And then we go all the way back to the beginning. Chevalier, born as Joseph Boulogne in the French-occupied Caribbean territory Guadeloupe, to a French father and a Senegalese mother, was taken by his mother over to the mainland as a child for his education. Chevalier would become very successful at the violin and at fencing, and then his mother was freed and allowed to join him in France. And then he got to set up his own production, and he fell in love with Marie-Josephine de Montalembert, even though she was already married to Marc René, Marquis de Montalembert. Sadly though, he was denied by the Paris Opera as the director of the production because the people at the Paris Opera, they're racist. And it put Chevalier down a downward spiral. 6 months later, Marie-Josephine had a baby, and the father was Chevalier. Marc René did not like the baby's skin color, so he killed it, which was totally not fair. He could have at least sent it over to Chevalier and have him take care of the baby himself. Anyway, Chevalier was very upset when he heard the news, but thankfully, he got back up thanks to his mother and a bunch of other people of African roots. Chevalier would form another concert, despite warnings from Queen Marie Antoinette that he'd be erased and arrested if so. He performed the concert anyway, and when Marc René came to arrest him, Chevalier stepped in front of him and got him to not arrest him. And Chevalier would become an important figure of the French Revolution. This movie got average to positive reviews, but that isn't enough. This movie is a true masterpiece, a very great story of an 18th century composing legend who had to defy the odds against him and prove that he is not to be messed with. This movie was very emotional and gives us a reminder that we all have to unite. Despite our skin colors, we're all the same. Whether we're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Polynesian, Indian, multiracial, and Native American, we are all human, and we cannot discriminate against each other. That'd be totally cruel and unnecessary. Racism is not the answer, and we need to remember that. The movie, it was very emotional, very enjoyable, and I say it's very Oscar-worthy. I smell an Oscar winner. I know it's early, but this movie needs to win Oscars, including for Kelvin Harrison Jr. for Best Actor. He needs to win that award. He did a very great performance, and I give him a ton of credit. I'm gonna give this movie a very rare score. I only did this one other time on The Whale. I'm giving it 10 stars out of 10. A perfect score, very legendary and underrated. You have to see the film in theaters. I highly recommend it. So I hope you enjoy my review on Chevalier. My next review is gonna be on Big George Foreman. But until then, I'll see you next time on CineView.